I would like to invite Chief Guest for the day, Dr. R.K. Sharma. Can we have his profile, please? So Dr. Sharma is currently working as a librarian in United Nations Information Center for India and Bhutan. He's a knowledge management expert and focal point for providing information support on the UN and global contemporary issues to the public at large. A practicing librarian for over 35 years, he holds a PhD degree in library sciences, and he's undergone several advanced training programs in library and information management in India and abroad. So, sir, I welcome you to the dais and share your knowledge from the world and how we are engaging that knowledge in Reed Center. So, please come to the dais.
Good morning to everyone. श्री बख्शी जी, हमारे पेंटर मैडम, मेजर जनरल संधू जी, गीता जी, and all my professional colleagues sitting here, Dr. D.V. Singh, Jagtar Singh ji, Ganguly ji, Goswami ji, Rangashri ji, Jha ji, and lot of other people. And as Madam has rightly said, that we are facing the people who are really pillars of this particular, the Read India organization, in helping them and building the resilient communities. So I would like to thank Read India, especially Geeta Malhotra ji, Country Director, for giving me this opportunity to speak with you or to sharing my views with you. Thanks a lot. And really you are doing a wonderful job. And what I can say at this moment, because in 1951 the Delhi Public Library was established as a role model for perhaps for the Asia, that how a public library could be served the nation and the nearby countries. And I think in the present, because 70 years has passed and the shape of libraries really got changed, and this Read India, I think your model for helping the communities and providing the library services is a really new model. And I think it should be acceptable to all. And I think someone has recently said that public libraries also should take part in this vision to really change the library setups so that they can be helpful to communities as a library spaces. I want to, because a lot of has been said about Read India, Geeta ji and Bakshi ji, but I would like to focus few things that here is the worth mentioning that Read India's footprint has now spread over all across the country with over 60 libraries or 65 libraries, I heard recently, and reaching to more than 300 villages in 15 states, connecting more than 500,000 people. These libraries are not just places where people come to learn, but they also define the address critical community issues on their own. Why I am mentioning Read India? Because of its unique role. What's that unique role? As to translate the SDGs in action. There are very few libraries or public services department which once they are established, they are doing the routine job. But taking the things into action actually is very important, and this is the role model you have shown to the people. Though we are from the library profession, but you are doing our job in a better way. So they translate the SDGs into action with the community participation, management and ownership of the programs. No doubt, Read India has been building resilient communities, like you have mentioned that one family and one village, and you are getting books according to the number of the people in that society. Before I say something what has happened internationally, I have something in mind because I'm talking about because I was Director General of Delhi Public Libraries 2 years back. Let me share because I took two initiatives or initiated two things there. And they are all similar to you like that. One was Ghar Ghar Dastak and Ghar Ghar Pustak. Because we have mobile vans and mobile libraries. 9 mobile libraries we have, reaching to 130 points in the NCR region. And from there we have given a specific telephone number. People, they are asking that we need this book, and through our library, mobile library network, we just send the publications to them. And I am not saying that we have been able to perfectly, doing that job, but we have at least served a lot of people through this mode of service, through the mobile library services. Similarly, I think I think Bakshiji has mentioned about that when you go to communities, you have to find what is the need of that particular community, and then you have to serve accordingly. Then you are reaching to the masses. So in that way, what I was noticing in DPL, Delhi Public Library, that most of our users are they are all preparing for the competitive examinations. 80% of them, and our libraries are always full. We don't have any problem, reading problem, because most of the libraries that we are saying that readers are decreasing and there are no spaces. We have I tell you, the queue and waiting list for the users. Because most of the users, they are coming from the poor backgrounds, some mediocre families. They are coming from Meerut, Ghaziabad, UP, from that area also. And they wanted to have a space to at least read there, to consult there. So we are providing them the material. And let me tell you the one thing very unique in DPL, because in most of the libraries you must have seen that all the important books are really purchased. But in our library, it has been a practice and is continuing that we purchase the examination, competitive examination books. And for us, there is a lot of budget burden because every year they are outdated and we have to purchase for them, because most of the our readers are the students who are preparing for civil services examinations, the judiciary examination, banking and all that. So we have started that. Then once I was just talking to the students who were reading in our library, what are their problems? What are they are preparing? So someone has said, I am preparing for this exam, this exam. But you see, they were not having any proper guidance with them. Because they were, unless and until they appear for one exam, they will know how to prepare. So what I did, I just contacted few people who have just passed out the civil service examinations, and they are working in Delhi as Assistant Commissioner of Police and various departments. And I requested them that you please come and guide our students that how they should prepare for these competitive examinations. And voluntarily they were very happy, because you know the police job and other executive people, IS people, they are always very busy. But they really spared time. And in my Sarojini Nagar branch, I started that. And every 2 weeks, there is one person from civil services who was recently selected, and he was sharing views and telling people how to prepare for the competitive examination. So we just give a name to that, Gyan Ganga Disha Kendra, and it has been working there. Similarly, we have collaborated with 2 schools in East Delhi, and they were the government schools, and they are nearby the JJ clusters. And I really went to the principal and I asked her, hey, you just send your boys or call them, and in collaboration with those things, so we really tried to give them they could learn so many things like computers and all that. and they were helping in disseminating a lot of journal information to that community. Similarly, I think Rangashri is here. I think more than 12 or 15 years back, when I was working with UN, and we did a program, and then she mentioned at that time, maybe a decade ago, that they are engaged with communities in the nearby villages in Sonipat, if I am not wrong. And that was a really great idea at that time. And I think still it is continuing. I think Gangulis will really continue the same thing. And I think recent, this Rishi Hood University and Dharamveer is there. I think you might have been using your resources, I mean the university resources, to the communities nearby. Really, it's a great job. And when we talk about the international things, I always feel delighted to mention that first time in the history, United Nations recognized the libraries as key institutions for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. I think you all know about the Sustainable Development Goals. They are 17 and 160 targets, and it was started in 215 and by 230. And asked IFLA, is the World Federation of Library Associations, to contribute through its library network. Because of IFLA's effort in this direction, it was possible that access to information, and because they wanted to ensure the public access to information, has been recognized as a target 16 and 16.10 under Sustainable Development Goals. For this reason, IFLA launched the International Advocacy Program, which is called IAP 2016, a new capacity building program designed to promote and support the role of libraries can play in the planning and implementation of the UN 30 agenda. As follow-up, 72 countries are currently participating in the IFLA's IPA and have agreed to carry out awareness raising activities and to meet policymakers to ensure libraries are recognized as key partners in supporting the UN 2030 agenda. IFLA President, the then President, Donna Schieder, stated based on a report, it's called Development and Access 21. It's a very wonderful report. I think those who are engaged with how the libraries can be helpful in achieving the sustainable goal, they should read this report, DA 21. There is, she said there is no truly sustainable development without access to information, and no meaningful inclusive access to information without libraries. She also warned that without strong government support for libraries, the digital divide would turn into an information and knowledge divide. I think someone has mentioned about this. If we are not doing this, so there will be a knowledge divide, because people, those who are rich or those who have resources, they have access to libraries, but not others. However, discussing all is not enough, as it is our responsibility, especially librarians and libraries, to involve in the building resilient communities by redefining their roles and services and provide strong linkages between access to information and inclusive societies where no one is left behind, and to better respond to these new imperatives. Now question comes, I think Bakshi ji and the vision, he has told you about the vision of this Read India and what they are doing. It is very important to plan in a proper way and how to proceed further for the conventional libraries and the libraries world and otherwise. So what I would say that creation of multicultural libraries, I would say two things are very important, and they are the prerequisites for having the new library setup which really is helpful to the communities. That is creation of multicultural libraries. which means to provide library services to currently diverse societies. This concept has been endorsed by IFLA in 2009 and UNESCO in 2006 and UNESCO in 2009 in the Multicultural Library Manifesto. On the UNESCO website, you will find the Multicultural Library Manifesto. They have given what type of multicultural library should be, what they should do, who should involve and all that. So they have given all the guidance in this manifesto. To me, this is the high time to create multicultural libraries in real sense. Like I'm just noticing that you have pillars sitting here and they are helping you and helping the society. So that is real sense. For instance, most of the libraries in developed countries have partnership with the government, immigration departments, they partner with the settlement counselors and language classes, providing information support about legal, child care, housing, health, education, etc. Number two is the creating library partnership. And I think everyone has focused about this partnership. And Bakshi has given a very good idea of what type of partnerships you have, the knowledge partnership and other so many things. But partnership is very important for such multicultural libraries. So the traditional role of libraries as centers for learning and knowledge is not challenged. However, their methods are under scrutiny and the positioning and activities of the libraries are being rethought. That is, moving from collections to connections is the new slogan. Lastly, I would say that the role of libraries as centers of inclusive access to information is crucial, and in distant future, the e-books and e-library will become dominant for the sustainable development, and librarians have no option than to promote the best possible ways to access information globally. It is therefore believed that the libraries contribute to sustainable development if modern technologies are embraced as means of providing access to free knowledge and repositioning libraries. Just mentioned that you need technology to reach to the masses. Like a lot of learning modules are there nowadays and you are helping. The technology really is very helpful in so the repositioning of libraries vis-a-vis their users by introducing new services and products, building alliances with other organizations, and interacting with users for meeting their complex information needs. And the new thing, I think our new education policy 2020 also mentioned about that we should have libraries in the rural area, all the villages should have libraries. And another good point in the education policy is, and the government is following that education policies, and you can really have that, you see, strength from that education policy. And they are they entrusted the responsibility to National Book Trust to produce good publication. Madam, you rightly mentioned that there should be a print good literature and it should be made available to the entire society and entire public. So I think the new education policy should be implemented, and I do not know because it's 4 months back, I heard in the Ministry of Culture that they have really spared 5,000 crores really for the development of libraries. I'm not talking about that national mission on libraries and all that. Recently, they have created that amount, but the fight is going on that who will take care of that amount and who will implement in the whole country. So again, it's a problem. But if that amount is given to the entire country and some organization really come forward, so I think a lot of the library services could be improved. As you know, more than 50,000 public libraries are in India, as per the Raja Ram Mohan Library data, and the situation is really not happy. Some libraries are doing good job, but they are not really doing the real job as you are doing. So what is my suggestion would be that if the public library or the government system should take the help of NGOs like Read India, because I have worked in United Nations and most of the United Nations work has been done by the international NGOs. Because they know that we can't reach to each and everyone. So they are helping the NGOs who are really working in the field. So if the government really takes care of, like you have established 65 libraries, I think when you might be remembering, we had a meeting with the National Book Trust in Uttarakhand. And I raised a question at that time when this IPLM was working and all that, that okay, you are creating the libraries and for 3 years or 5 years you are helping them, giving them the resources, the human resources and the other things. But what will happen after that? Because library is a growing organization. If it is stopped after 3 years or 5 years, then everything gone waste. So my suggestion would be that government should really take care of that. Some regular income or recurring expenditure should be given to those, or like you are helping so much of libraries, so you should get some help from the government so that the libraries could sustain themselves and provide the good library services. So with this, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, Geeta ji, and thank you for all of you to listen to me patiently. Thanks a lot.